Alright, what is going on, everybody? We have made it out here to the location. Pretty cool little spot. And I believe that is the owner's property across there too. Hope so, because if not, they're probably looking across their field like, who the hell is this guy just parked out there? But yeah, we'll find out. So just to get it started, it's what I'm using to camp in. It's a 2013 Ram, pretty much stock. It's got a set of Nito Trail Grappler G2s on it, I believe is what the tires are. And then it's got a K&N air filter, not like the whole like cold air intake deal, but just a filter. So that obviously is adding like 120 horsepower easy. My next new little goodie that I haven't showed you guys yet that I just got. Actually, I've had it for a little while, but I haven't used it yet. Oh gosh, this thing is heavy. It's like the one thing that is better about the Jackery than the Bluetti. Little power station here that I got. This thing's pretty awesome. I haven't used it camping yet. I don't really know that I'll use it too much tonight, but I can like plug like a laptop in there if I actually had a good laptop that could edit this video without taking 5 years. I could plug my laptop in there, any kind of electronic, like I could charge my fan from it, charge my phone. Actually, you can put your phone right on top here and charge. What else? I could charge like on my batteries and stuff for my GoPros and my camera and everything, but I forgot to bring, I think I have a GoPro charger, but I don't have my camera battery charger. I got like 6 batteries, so I'm not going to use all those tonight anyway. But it's cool, and then you can put solar in it. I want to get some solar panels for it eventually, but they're expensive. I think like 2 solar panels is like more than the cost of this whole thing. That's why I went with the Bluetti, because I feel like the specs on it are better than the Jackery. Jackery's like the kind of like, I guess the Porsche, like it's like the big name brand. They're a little bit lighter, but the specs on them aren't as good as a Bluetti, and they're a lot more expensive. So I got this, I think it was like 800 bucks or something like that. And I don't know all like the technical details about it, but I believe that this thing could last me for quite some time. I haven't really used too much with it yet. It's still at 99%. Like, I've used a blender on this thing. I've charged my phone a couple times off of it. Like, yeah, I don't know all the technical aspects of it, but I feel like for what little I would be using it for, this thing could last a really long time on a full charge. And one of the things I was really impressed about with this thing is that, I don't know right offhand, I probably should have looked this up before I recorded this, but I don't know right offhand how long it said it was supposed to take to charge. But when I got this thing in the mail, it was at 60% charge, and it charged from 60% up to 99%. I'm not sure if it even goes to 100, but it charged from 60% up to 99% in like no time. I think it was like a half an hour or something like that. So I believe it was a lot faster than it was even rated for. So I'm excited to use this thing. Really excited to use it on some longer trips. We're going to Harper's Ferry next weekend, so that'll be really cool to oh, okay, it turned off by itself. It is what I'm reaching for. Yeah, that'll be really cool to use it next weekend and see like how it does for that trip, because we're gonna have a little more electronics, because we're gonna have myself, my wife, 2 kids, so that'll be cool. And it's also just nice to have like for the house. Like, there's a tropical storm tonight. Of course, I'm not at home, so my family can't use it if they need it. But if the power goes out, I mean, now you got electricity, so you can use gas one or electric one like that. But they're pretty cool. I feel like everybody should have one, because you never know when the power is going to go out. Shoot, matter of fact, power went out at my house the other day twice, and it wasn't raining, storming, nothing. It just like randomly went out, and maybe the wind was blowing, and like, because we have overhead lines out of my house, so maybe the wind was blowing and like a tree limb was slapping a line or something like that. But anyway, pretty cool stuff to have. So yeah, this is it's a pretty location. I think it's supposed to start storming at like 7, but the sky looks, I mean, it's very cloudy and like darker than it probably should be at this time of day, but I don't see like any big like storm clouds or anything like that. So just back up a little bit, get the whole thing in frame here. So this is kind of like where I'm staying at tonight. I don't really see anything too concerning. I was parked like right there, but that tree limb looks like it could fall, especially if it's supposed to storm tonight. So I moved. The tree looks like, you never know, I guess, where a tree's gonna fall, but it looks like it's gonna fall that way as opposed to on top of my truck if it did fall. So hopefully I'm good right there. And hopefully also the neighbors or anything, because this is like I said, this is one of my family members' property. It's like his business property. It's like a logging company, and you know, there's a bunch of houses kind of like not right up on it, but off in a distance. And I feel like somewhere around here, people probably all know each other. So I'm sure there's already been some phone calls made. Hopefully that way they don't come down here and just come knocking in the middle of the night or now. Well, yeah, looks like it should be a pretty cool trip. I really like this truck. I've been thinking about upgrading to like a 4Runner or something like that, just so it's all enclosed. But man, I really like the power this thing has. I've driven Tacomas and 4Runners and some of the other, you know, like off-roady SUVs and smaller trucks that are like better for taking trails because they're not so long. I mean, this thing is huge. This thing weighs like 6,500 pounds for one thing. And I believe it's the largest configuration you can get in a 1500. It's the crew cab, so it has the bigger back seat. Let me close this door so you can kind of see. It's got the larger like back seat, which I love, which is one of the reasons I got this truck to begin with, because I figured I was, you know, with the woman of my dreams and all, and I figured she was the one I was going to be with, and we were going to start a family and all. So definitely one of the reasons I got this truck, because I loved how big the back seat was. And they make an even bigger back seat for the heavy duty ones called a mega cab, I believe. But this is the biggest one they make in the 1500. It has a 6.5 foot bed, which evidently this is a rare combo. Evidently they didn't make a whole lot of crew cabs with a 6.5 foot bed. They do make an 8 foot bed, but I don't know if you can get those on a 1500 in general, or maybe it's just the 1500 with the crew cab. They don't make them. Maybe they only come in the quad cab with the 8 foot. But anyway, it's a big ass truck, so it'd be kind of nice to have something that was a little more compact and, you know, got better gas mileage, because this thing does not get very good gas mileage. I think my average is like 15 or something like that. So yeah, I thought about getting a 4Runner because I really like those. My dad actually got like my dream my like dream truck. He got a Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro in like the gunmetal gray color. I don't know what the Toyota's typical color is, but yeah, like my exact spec that I wanted. So he got that, so that kind of like threw me off 4Runners. But I love the power that this thing has. Like I had a GT500 before I got this truck, and I traded it in. Sucked because I love that car, but you know, it was a GT500 and this is a little more practical. So yeah, I was actually kind of like surprised at how fast this thing accelerated, going from like a 700 horsepower GT500 to a 400 horsepower truck that weighed more than 2,000 more pounds. This thing can definitely move, and it has, like I said, it has a lot of room. Now with the cap, I mean, we used to go camping in this thing for years without a cap. I didn't have any cap, so I would definitely put stuff in the back, but like if it was raining, we had to squeeze everything just right there. Anything that couldn't get wet anyway. And now with the cap, I mean, so far, knock on wood, it hasn't leaked or anything like that. So now I have like a ton of space. I mean, it's a 6.5 foot bed, and I don't know how many feet wide it is, but I'm gonna say like, I don't know, 4.5 feet wide. So just a ton of space. It's really nice when we go like on road trips and stuff like that with the family. My wife has a Honda Pilot, which is pretty big, but like to put everything that we need in there for two like small children, it's pretty much packed out. And this thing, we can just like chunk stuff in there and still have plenty of room. So it is nice. And if I ever do upgrade to a 4Runner, then definitely gonna miss the extra space. But for now, I'm liking this thing. Hopefully I can get at least a couple more years out of it and make a lot more videos in it. So yeah, that's kind of my setup that I'm working with for right now. Check that out. Beautiful sunset. I feel like with sunsets, man, you just I don't know. Maybe maybe I still have a long journey ahead of me or something like that, but I feel like with certain stuff, you just cannot capture like the true beauty of it. Like the detail in those clouds and stuff. I don't know, I feel like cameras just don't do some things justice. Like, I remember when I was at, let's put that in the background, right? You have to just look at my mug. Of course it's gonna blow it out now. Hold on. Let me change it around a little bit. There we go. See, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I feel like certain things, man, you just can't capture. When we went to the Grand Canyon, went to Arizona, that, first of all, that was like the most beautiful place I've ever been. I feel like the sunset is getting even prettier as I'm sitting here talking. Yeah, we went to the Grand Canyon. That was like mind-blowing. Like, I took pictures of it. They look cool, but nothing like what it looked like in person. The best way I can describe it is just, it was like you were watching like an IMAX movie sitting in the front row or something. Just like the depth and vastness of the Grand Canyon from where we were. I think we were at the top of the South Rim. It was just like nothing I've ever seen before, and I don't think you can capture it with modern camera equipment. I don't know that you ever will be able to, but definitely, you know, certain sites, I feel that they are just worth seeing in person. You know, we're really blessed to live in the internet age where, oh my God, now we're going too dark. Hold on, let's bring it back to life. There we go. That's like true to life right there. Bam. Yeah, definitely go out and experience things, because you can see a lot of pretty pictures on the internet, you know, from the safety of your home, but some stuff is just worth experiencing in person because it's a lot better that way. Alrighty, we're about to do it big for dinner. Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee, yes sir. About to cook it using my little setup that you've seen me use before. Shoot, about a year or two ago, I would have literally just put this can right on top of the burner and cook it like that. But I heard that these cans are like lined with some kind of plastic, and you are not supposed to do that because it can give you all sorts of, I don't know, bad stuff in the food when it gets heated up. Also, just got really freaked out a second ago because my little trash bag here is blown in the wind, and it's like under the truck right now, and I forgot that it was there. So I heard something moving around my feet, and then something grabbed me, but it was just this bag. So you see the last little remnants of the sunset there. Hopefully no Bigfoots or anything like that out here tonight. All right, so got my little beefaroni cooking here. I think, hold on, I have a tendency of turning this thing on too high and then turning it off. Okay, it's still cooking. These things don't take long to heat up either. Shoo, I turned it on, put this on, and by the time I had like opened the can of beefaroni, oh boy, I'm trying to do this in one hand here. By the time I put the beefaroni in, it was like sizzling as soon as it hit the pan. So yeah, they're pretty efficient. They get heated right up. I want to eventually get into doing more like elaborate cooking stuff. It's just, I don't know, I don't really feel like, I think it's my setup really that's like keeps me from doing all that. It's just a lot of stuff to get out if I wanted to really make something that was, you know, had a lot of like different components to the meal. So I feel like stuff like this is just good for me for right now. Hopefully when I get my like final setup done, I'll be doing some stuff that's a little more elaborate and a little more appetizing looking. But I actually love beefaroni, like it's so good. So I don't mind this at all. And it's quick, it's cheap, it's easy. So yeah, we'll be eating this in just a sec. Lighting. It is super dark out here. There's like a street light up there at the logging company, and there's some like lights way across the field off in the distance, and you know, got these little lights in my truck. They kind of look bright honestly on this video, but they are not. Like if I Like my hand is literally right below the camera right now and you cannot see it. So I need some better lighting. I've got this little lamp here. I feel like this thing's actually brighter, but I think the batteries must be going dead. It doesn't really do much. Like, looks pretty bright on camera, but like, again, my hands, I don't know, like I was just trying to eat my beefaroni and I couldn't see it at all. So I had to actually turn the flashlight on my phone and like prop it up here, so you can't even really see that. Prop it up here so that the light was like hanging and like pointing down towards the tailgate so that I could see. So yeah, some lighting upgrades are definitely in my future. It'd be nice to have something, you know, for places, obviously like the stealth camping video I did last time, you don't want like a bunch of lights everywhere, but it'd be nice to have something that I could, like, I think I've seen them actually, it's like a stick-on, like a suction thing, and it's got like an LED light, so you could actually put it like on the side of your truck and light up like a little area beside your truck if you wanted to. Or just like a brighter lantern in general. I did bring out this like flashlight, and I'm just gonna like point it at the wall so like the light kind of bounces everywhere, so that's pretty bright. But yeah, that's probably something in the future. I want to swap, now that I have this Bluetti thing, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I know I already showed it to you, but I'm going to show you like it in action. Now that I have the Bluetti thing, I want to start getting rid of, not getting rid of, like I'm not just going to throw them away and like waste my money, but I'm definitely going to buy stuff going forward. Like when this dies or whatever, I'm gonna get like rechargeable stuff. That way I can just use my Bluetti thing while I'm camping, and then I will always have like a way to recharge stuff, because you know, carrying batteries and stuff like that, I mean, batteries are kind of heavy, honestly. If you have enough battery for like all of your devices, it takes up a lot of room, and it's heavy and it's expensive. So, and I know like theoretically charging, you know, chargeable electronic devices isn't free necessarily, but with that Bluetti thing, I can do it anywhere, because that thing's it kind of weighs a lot, but it's fairly small profile, portable. I can throw it in the back of my truck. I need to get something to like secure that so it doesn't bounce around on the back of my truck. It doesn't stay back here right now. But yeah, I want to switch to all like rechargeable stuff. That way I can actually put that Bluetti to good use and get my money out of it one day.
Want a touchdown. It's 4th down. They got to get to the 1. Back to pass. Bell first down. He's there. Field wide open. Through his hands. He dropped it. Colonel Richard's going to win the football game. The pass was intended for the tight end.
All right. Got my phone charging on my little Bluetti here. Still at 99%. So it's kind of cool. If you had a solar input. Ooh, dang it. Hold on. If you had a solar input, it would show you how many watts of input you're getting. Shows you the percentage that it's at, and it shows you the output that's given. So it's given me 25 watts right now to my phone. This is a 30 watt fast charger, so that's probably about right. And you can kind of tell about how long this thing would last. It just jumped down, now just jump back up. But it says it can do this current output for, it's bouncing between 26.1 hours and 28.2 hours. So let's just call it 27 hours. Basically, it could charge your phone for 27 hours straight on a pretty much full charge. I believe this only goes up to 99%, but like I said, I have used a couple other things on it. So yeah, basically you've got 27 hours, or let's just call it 28, since it's at 99, but it's probably about to jump down to 98. Let's just call it 28 hours of charging a cell phone on a fast charger. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, I don't know how long it takes to charge my phone to full on this charger, but it don't take that long. Maybe like an hour or something like that. So, I mean, basically, you got like 30 full cell phone charges out of this thing, it seems like. And right before the little faceplate thing there turned off, it jumped up to like 60 some hours. I can't imagine that little faceplate uses that much to where it could basically double the amount of time you could charge your phone just with that being off. But in any case, this thing's pretty cool. Let's just say you get 30 full phone charges. I mean, if you're using, like my phone, if you're using it sparingly, I mean, I don't see why a charge couldn't last you like 2 days, maybe more. Now, if you're on it all day long, yeah, it's gonna, like if I'm listening to like YouTube in my car and stuff like that, and I don't have YouTube Premium anymore, it burns the battery down pretty quick. Now with YouTube Premium, like, you can turn the screen off and still listen to whatever, so it lasts a lot longer than I tried like the free trial for the YouTube Premium. I liked it a lot, but $14 a month just to not listen to a couple ads. Gotta hit that lottery, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it's really gonna come in handy. That's like a little power station is like a big thing that a lot of these truck campers have. Also, a lot of them use like the electric like fridge freezer combos, like Dometic, I guess that's how you say it. Dometic is the one brand that I see a lot of. I don't really know, how deep I'm gonna get into this stuff just yet. I'm not really doing any like multi-day trips or anything like that. I definitely do plan to do more content like this, especially in the wintertime. I would say fall, because that's like my favorite season to go camping and stuff. But I'm a photographer and videographer, so prime time for making money there, and then it's like dead in the wintertime usually, so kind of got to make it while you can get it. But that's okay, because I can do this, all winter long. And I have a heater that I can use in here on the cold nights, which is actually like what I'm really looking forward to, like those types of videos when it's like wintertime. So yeah, I don't know how like in depth I'm going to get into these, where I would really need like a fridge and freezer combo. I can just use ice and a cooler. Like, I have a ton of coolers, more than I need. My wife actually just bought me a really nice one, I think for Christmas last year. And yeah, it holds ice for a long time. We had a party over the summertime, and I think there was still ice in it like a week later, and it was sitting outside. It was under the porch, so like it wasn't in direct sunlight, but there was still ice in it like 7 days later after the party was over. And I definitely don't plan on doing any trips that are that long, unless we like lose our house or something like that, and we're all living in the back of the truck. But yeah, I mean, let's just say the ice lasts for 3 or 4 days before it starts really getting thin and melting down a lot and not really doing its job cooling. You can buy a lot of ice for the price that it costs for one of those things. I think they're like $2,000. So that's not really like on my short-term list for the truck build, but I am to have one of these, because now I feel like we can do a lot more, keep everything charged up. Now if I want to some like longer trips, like get the shadow. If I want to go on some like longer overnight trips, or 2-3 day trips, and do content, assuming I get a laptop that's actually any good, I could bring my laptop and just edit content right here out of the back of the truck, and post photos and videos and stuff, and really be able to dig in and edit them. I can do all this stuff on my phone, but it's not the same. You have a lot more options with the computer, the desktop stuff, and it's faster and it's easier. So yeah, if I had a laptop, I could do all that right here. I can keep all my stuff charged and keep all my batteries charged. Flashes, charge my battery. I have rechargeable batteries for my flashes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think with this Bluetti, I can really, live a little more out of this thing. What's going on, everybody? It is a little bit after 10. It's like 10:20, I think. 10:19. Yeah, 10:19. It just started to rain. It's super windy outside, and it's getting kind of cold. So I shut all the windows. I mean, it's not like the temperature's not super cold, but it's really windy. So there's a lot of air coming into the cap where I'm sleeping here. So it's getting kind of cold. I didn't bring a whole lot of blankets with me. I got one blanket on right now, and then I got a sleeping bag that I might break out here shortly. But it just started raining, so I think it's supposed to rain pretty much from now, really all tomorrow too. I think there might be like a little bit of a break tomorrow morning, but I think it's supposed to start raining heavier. Hearing little raindrops on the top of my truck, which is kind of cool, because I've been trying to see what that's like when it rains and I'm sleeping here in the truck. I'm hoping it's nice and peaceful and get the little raindrops ting-tinging off the top of the truck. That'd be cool. So it just started doing that, and yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. What's up, guys? It is 4:33 in the morning. It is
The weather has definitely changed. I'm in a 6,500 pound truck, and the wind is like rocking my truck back and forth at times. Not constantly, but definitely times, and it's steady, raining pretty hard. Wind is roaring. Well, be quiet for a second and see if y'all can hear it. So yeah, it's definitely feeling more tropical stormy now. So I'll get back with you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is 7:10 a.m. I'm tired still. Yeah, it's the wind definitely was like rocking my truck back and forth a couple times last night, so that was kind of cool. Very windy. You can see the trees, and then of course it's raining, but nothing too crazy. Just like looking around on the ground, doesn't look like there's really any limbs or anything that have fallen. Of course, I say that, and I'll go to leave here, and there'll be like a tree blocking the path or something like that. But yeah, for me, I slept pretty good. You know, the wind and the rain. Oh my God, look at that! Look at that head. The wind and the rain was pretty wild. Woke me up a couple times, but I slept pretty good. Like I said, I like this bed. For something cheap as like $100, $115, I think it was. Dusted. This dust is getting to me yet again. I guess I need to like take my leaf blower and blow this bad boy out every time I use it or something. Because I live on a dirt road, and you know I go on dirt roads a lot of times too. So although the cap is obviously encloses the bed of the truck, I do believe there's still, you know, dirt and dust and stuff that gets in here. So need to figure out a solution for that as well. Good morning, everybody. I'm up, I'm ready to roll, and Ophelia is here. There's a truck. Made it through the night. There was a couple times I thought the wind was gonna pick it up and toss it across this field, but slept pretty good. Yeah, definitely the wind was rocking last night. Very cold outside today, well, like compared to yesterday anyway. Very windy, as you can see, and rainy. So yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that we got to experience this. It must not have been too bad though, because I mean, I'm right next to the woods, and I don't really see, hopefully, knock on wood, that there's no trees down blocking the path or anything. I really don't see a whole lot of like branches down or anything. Or maybe these trees are just healthy back here. Yeah, slept pretty good aside from, you know, the wind waking me up a couple times. But I'm glad that I'm not like camping far away from home today, because that would kind of suck. I would probably be going home if I was close to home. I plan on going home right now anyway. My wife has an appointment at 10, and so go home and spend some time with the girls while she's off doing her thing. And yeah, I'm glad. Hopefully we're going to Harper's Ferry next weekend. Hopefully the weather is not like this, anything like this, next weekend, because that would kind of suck. I mean, even if you tarp or canopy and it didn't blow across the field there, you'd probably still be getting wet because it's raining sideways, and yeah, it wouldn't be a good day for camping. So I'd be taking my ass home. If not, just be, I guess, on my phone all day or something of that nature. But yeah, good trip. I'm glad I got to experience the bad weather, but I am glad that it held off last night. We got that beautiful sunset. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Video, another little journey, and like, share, subscribe, and I'll probably throw together a video for the Harper's Ferry trip. It's like a friends and family, so I'm not gonna be on my, you know, phone or camera or whatever the whole time, but I'll probably throw a little something together. So I'll see you on that one.